Hi everyone, welcome again to tonebase scales with Eduardo Inestal. I'm going to show you the next exercise, the third one, which is pretty much the continuation of what you did before, the previous one, but the other way around. In the second exercise we did this chromatic scale ascending. Now we're going to do it the chromatic scale descending, but the exercise is pretty much the same. So it's going to be this exercise is exactly the same but the other way around. So before we start, there are a couple of things that we have to pay attention to. In the previous videos you sent me, I realized that many of you have problems with the fourth finger here because they goes very far away from the fret. Try always to keep your fingers as close as possible to the fret, which means try to be as lazy as possible. That means try to move your fingers the less as possible. The less you move your fingers, the better, because you are going to increase the precision, and also it's going to take less time to reach the string. That is regarding the left hand. Always try to keep your angle, the movement of your hand and of your wrist, stable. So try not to move your hands whatsoever. So it's going to be like a train that moves through the strings that way. So our hand is stable. We move our fingers, but our hand is stable. Regarding the right hand, is pretty much the same. We're going to try to keep our movement stable and not to move at all our wrist, our arm or shoulders. We're going to move our fingers from the phalanx. It's only this movement of the phalanx. We don't need to move our wrist or our hands whatsoever. So when we do the movement, it's going to be just the fingers, and try to pay attention to your pinky finger. It's pretty normal to have tension because it's very complicated to play guitars, of course, for everyone. And sometimes it goes up or it goes straight. So let's try but to keep it without tension in the hands, okay? Sometimes it moves a bit, it's not a problem whatsoever because that means it's relaxed, but try not to move it if it is possible, okay? So let's start to make this exercise, and I want you to start what I call this heavy metal position, which means 1 and 4. So the first finger is going to be always on the string. It's not going to leave never the string. So we start with 1 and 4 at the beginning, and we're going to do the fourth finger, then the third, then the second, and then the chromatic scale descending. Okay, as usually start very slow and increase progressively the tempo. So you can speed it up a little bit, but step by step. Don't start slow and the next exercise is going to be already fast. Try to increase it progressively. So we start, you can start apoyando, index finger, and start with the heavy metal position, and the other fingers close to the fret, not very far away or not high at all. Then third finger, pay attention that the fourth is not very far away. And then chromatic. While you do the chromatic, you do it again, the heavy metal position, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, and they are going to come and leave. Okay? So the first finger always stable, and then these three fingers, the second, third, and fourth, are going to move. So once again, I'm going to do it now without speaking, and we can just do the whole fret, or you can practice the half of the fret, of the board, sorry, and as you want, of course. Heavy metal position, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. and so on. So another thing you have to pay attention to is try always to keep the volume, the intensity of your attack, which means I don't want to hear that one tone is hard and the other one is piano and is unstable. Try to keep the power of your attack. Okay? You can also, once you control and you master this exercise, you can also try it with dynamic. You can, and with directions. So for example, so just to move to make a musical movement, for example, you can combine from piano to forte or the other way around. But once you master the standard one, okay, the first movement. As I said, you start slow. You can choose your tempo. Always try to keep in mind everything I said before, and increase the tempo. Ideally, it would be to reach your limit, but you have to be aware that your body is always as stable as possible. Once you control this exercise, you can combine both, the second and the third, which means you can go up, and again, or you can go everything up and then everything down as you want. But with this exercise, we are working on the coordination between both hands and the chromatic scales that usually do it. So the combination with both hands, and that together with the first exercise are going to allow us already to play a long scale in different strings. And that's going to be the fourth exercise that I'm going to post in a couple of days once you send me and submit the videos. Looking forward to see your videos and have a nice day. Bye.